So I am going to demonstrate example of how one might put together a subtractive composition. Not a subtractive composition, but more of the volumetric subtractive composition. Thus far, you guys have been working with surface subtraction or 2D composition. Okay. What we're going to do is to apply that 2D composition onto our cube. For this next part, I know we have been working with a 24 by 24 by 24 cube, but this time we're going to move up to a 30 by 30 by 30 cube. First thing we're going to make sure that we do is set our options and set our units. Make sure that it is in inches, feet, inches. That's the model, layout, feet and inches. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to do one more thing. To make our life a little bit easier, we might go to the grid and set our grid spacing to, let's say, 6 inches. And major grid, I don't really care. I'm going to put -12. And show line grid, yes, everything's there. Grid snap spacing, I'm going to put that as 6 inches. Well, let's first put that as 3 foot. So that means 36, right? 36 inches. And I think my options are good. So view, make sure my linked views are on. Everything else seems to be toggled on the way we have it. If you do not have your z-axis bar, z-axis line, remember we could always go to the view towards the bottom, show the z-axis. Okay, so from here we're going to turn on our grid snap. That way you'll always snap to the 3 foot. I'm going to draw this thing so that it is at let's start at 0, 0 just to start, and then make a 30 foot comma, I did put 30 foot, yes, comma 30 foot square. The height will be 30 foot. Okay, put this on as a ghosted view. There it should be. Next thing I'm going to do is to take, well, you could have made a grid on this, just like our 121 class. We could have set all the edges. We could have set the grid to every 3 feet, so you have all these gridded thing on here. Let's pretend that we did that, and you may not necessarily be or have to, because remember I set my grid snap spacing to 3 foot, so it's already gonna find that 3 foot for me. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is to make another box, and that box, make sure that it is in your east side. So this is the z-axis, y-axis, y is the north. This right hand side is the east, which means this left hand side is the west, and the bottom side of this space is south. So in our east location, I'm going to draw another box, and that box is at, first box is going to be 6 feet in the x direction, comma, and you're going to have a choice somewhere between 12 to 24 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna choose 15 feet because it's still in that 3 foot module. And then the height of this thing, whoops, which one did I do? Okay, enter. And the height of this thing could be 12 to 18 feet. Let me just choose 15 feet again, just for the heck of it. And there is a volume. Next, I'm going to draw another box, now on the west side of the building. And that one is going to be 6 feet as well, at 6 feet, comma, and you get a choice between 12 foot to 21 foot. So I'm going to make this one 18 foot. Again, 3-foot module. Okay, and then this could be somewhere between 12 foot to 18 high. I'm just going to say 12 foot right here. Whoops. 12 foot. And there she be. Okay. Now, I get to choose where to align this box into this. You could move, and I have my O-snap on to endpoint and intersection, so I could always select the intersection to intersection. That's one choice. Another choice is to go from this corner to that corner. You get to choose which one. I'm going to go from this corner to this corner, and this thing has to be 3 foot high. We're going to keep that bottom base of 3 foot. So to use a gumball, because that's a little bit easier for me right now, 3 foot. And there it is. If I Boolean difference that, or open that up, Boolean difference, this with that, I've subtracted the pieces. Okay, let me see. I'm going to turn off my surface ISO curve so that we could see this thing a little bit more in a pure surface looking thing. Now on the west side, we have a choice. Move this again to the south. Oops. Or to the north, or somewhere in the middle by, let's just say 3 feet, -6 feet. That is pretty much in the middle. Do I want that in the middle? I don't know. For me, I'm just going to put it right in the corner there. Maybe the kitty corner of this thing. And this also has to be 3 foot high. And there she is. Now, I'm going to Boolean difference this thing. Made a mistake. It needs to be 3 foot. I missed hitting the key and I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, I am going to now Boolean difference this piece right here. Whoops. Boolean difference this piece with that piece. Now I have made 2 subtractive volumes. Okay. I could from here select to do different things. So if I choose to make another box that is, since it is in a 3 foot O-snap, I could pretty much go from one corner and then kind of do something there, and there it is. If I go 3 foot high, there that is, and move this up here. Okay, and then I could Boolean different this and see what that looks like. Okay. Also, I could do another box. Maybe this time I'm going to go 3 foot by 3 foot, like that. Move from one corner to a known corner. That's another known corner. I don't care if it sticks out that much, because what I'm going to do is use that as a piece to Boolean difference with. There it is. That piece right there. Now I have a large piece, a medium piece, a small piece. Yes? That's kind of exactly what we studied in our 2D composition. Okay? Now let's look at the negative space. That's a negative space right there, that's a negative space right there, that's a negative space right there. We don't have too much of a difference in these two rivers, yes? Or the boulevards or what that we called. So what we can do is to say, let me go ahead and merge all coplanar faces. Whoops. Merge all coplanar faces so that I could take this piece right here and move it, let's just say 3 foot. There, that made a large piece, medium piece, small piece of the negative. And with the positive part, I made a large piece, medium piece, small piece. Okay, so that's going to be the start of your volumetric extraction. Now, I have this cut in all at 3 foot. Well, what if I don't want it 3 foot? I could just go ahead and take this out. Maybe not 3 foot. Maybe I'll take it to 1 foot. Whoops, 1'6". So it's not as deep cut in. Now it makes a subtraction depth of deep, shallow, mid. I don't know what's mid. Okay, so that could form variations in a subtractive pattern. I could study this a little bit more. Say, you know, this doesn't look too balanced. If I take this thing and put it negative 3 foot, does that look a little better? Does that look a little bit more balanced? And then I could still check distance from here to here. That's 12 foot. Does it meet my requirement? 12 to 18 foot. Yes, it does. So that could be an option. Now I have more of a squared off piece, and then rectangular piece, and a thin piece. Okay, I could do something similar on this side as well, but instead I am going to take a 3x3, pull this up, move this guy to the corner there, move this guy maybe 3 foot, so it doesn't go right to the edge. Boolean difference these guys right here, and that is a chunk. I could take this piece right here, and now maybe I'm going to connect these pieces. So if I go ahead and make another box that is 3 foot by 3 foot, maybe something about that thick, maybe something about another 3 foot thick. Notice that I'm just using the grid snap to go 3 foot module. I could always change the depth later, right? Move, select that from that known location to that known location. Okay. Let me try to subtract this piece. Okay. I don't know if I like this being not touched or not. I don't know. But that could be a choice. Okay. I could also involve other sides, so I could start doing subtraction on this side. Maybe this starts to wrap around here. So another box. Maybe this time take something like that. Move that to that. Well, let's try it, see what happens. Actually, that's going to make a mess later. Let me change my mind on that. Just so that okay, and then a Boolean difference this guy with that guy, and that is a subtractive unit.